This conference will now be recorded.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and start the class. Last class, we were talking about how to go ahead and use, right, Lightning Data Services, LDS. As I told you, there are two types of LDS, form-based, programming-based. In the programming-based, we have been using wire. In the wire, we have been seeing how to use wire services, how to go ahead and write wire services, right, using impreation. In the impreation, we have seen, right, update contact, we have seen delete contact, we have seen get record, right? So all these we have seen in the last class, how to go ahead. Get, create, update, delete. Get, create, update, delete. That's what we have seen. Today, we'll be starting a new topic called as, right, a new topic called as event. Write down, start writing a little bit first. Event. Event. Right? What is the event, first of all? What is the event? What is the event? What is the event? What is the event? Everybody is silent. Why? In the lightning class we have done. I'm not going to give the definition of event now here because already it's been done. Tell me, what is an event? What is an event, guys? Simple question I've asked. What is an event? What is an event?
Any response or action?
Any action, any type of reaction, any type of action, reaction by a browser or by a system or by a component is called event. Come on, guys, you need to remember these definitions. Just come to the class by wiggling your tail. Toka upkoni class la ravatam. In Telugu. In Hindi, पूंछ उठा के हिलाते हुए क्लास में आना. Right? Prepare. This is your life now. Remember that. This is what you have to go in the interview. With this, you have to make your career. You cannot keep quiet in the interview like this. So make sure that you by heart, you be at par with the industry. Somebody ask a question. Don't say that, I don't know. What is an event? Simple. Any action, any reaction. By whom? By a browser or by a component or by an application regarding an action. Somebody has clicked a button somewhere. Immediately, right, a message will be passed to the controller. That is called event. That is called event. Event. Any notification or any information by a browser or any action by a browser, right, regarding an action, whatever the action is created or happens in a browser, right, or in a component or in an application, we call them as event. Any action, right? There are two types of events available in LWC. Number one, right, there are two types of event. Number one, declaratively. Number two, programmatically, right? First, write down the definition. What is the event? Any notification by a browser, comma, component. Any notification by a browser, comma, component or application regarding an action is called event. Start writing. Any notification by the browser, comma, component or application regarding an action is called event. Write down types of event. Number one, in LWC, events are of two types. Number one, declaratively. Number two, programmatically. Number one, declaratively. Number two, programmatically. There are two types of events happen. Declarative event, programmatic event. Declarative event, programmatic event. Next, write down. LWC event properties. Number one, LWC event property. Here there is no event called component event application event. There is no such term called as component event application event. In Aura, we used to use component event, application event. Here there are two types, declaratively and programmatically. Right? Text, write down. Event, LWC event properties. Number one, Lightning Web Component events are based on LWC events are based on standard DOM events. LWC events are based on standard DOM events. They are not based on Aura event. They are based on DOM, HTML events, bracket HTML events. Lightning Web Component events are based on DOM events, are based on or built on DOM events, right? Next, LWC can dispatch and create. LWC can dispatch or create standard DOM event. LWC can dispatch or create standard DOM events. Standard DOM events. Standard DOM events. Next, write down. Next properties. LWC component events are propagated manually, not there on the screen. LWC component events are propagated manually in case of programmatical event. Whenever you are using a programmatical event, the propagation is manual. If you are using a declarative event, propagation is automatic. In Aura, propagations are automatic. In Aura, propagations automatically happens. Component, event, or application event in Aura. You don't need to write any program to control the propagation. But here, right, whenever you're using declarative, it is automatic. Whenever you're using programmatical event, propagation has to be manually done. Right? These are the points. Now, write down the event flow. Step 1, put a heading called as event flow in LWC. Put a heading called as event flow in LWC. Number 1, create and dispatch event. First step, create event. Second step, dispatch event. How to create event? In front of that, write down to create event, use custom event constructor. To create event, use custom event constructor. To create event, we use a custom event constructor. Second point or second step, dispatch event. To dispatch event, right? To dispatch event, we use event.dispatch event method. Dispatch event is a method, custom event is a constructor. To create event, we use custom event constructor. To dispatch event, we use event.dispatch event method. Right? Step 1, create event. Step 2, dispatch event. Right? To create event, we use custom event constructor. To dispatch event, we use event.dispatch event method. Third, step 3, listen or handle event. Step 3, listen or handle event. Step 3, listen or handle event. To listen and handle event are of two ways: declaratively, programmatically. Declaratively, programmatically. Declaratively, in front of declaratively, write on, put in a quotes. On is a keyword. on keyword is used for a function. On keyword is used for a function or an action. On keyword is used for a function or an action. Programmatically, whenever it's programmatically, right? Whenever it's programmatically, then we have to use programmatically, we have to use, right? Add event listener. We have to use add event listener. You have to use, right? Add event listener, add event listener, and a function handler. Add event listener and a function handler in programmatically. In declaratively, on keyword, we use on keyword, on. Here we use add event listener and function handler. Last step 4, propagation. Step 4, propagation. Step 4, propagation, right? Step 4, propagation. Declaratively, automatic. Declaratively, automatic. Declaratively, automatic. Programmatically, right? Programmatically, right? We have to use programmatically. We have to use, right? We have to use bubble true, compose true. Programmatically, we have to use bubbles true, compose to true. Bubbles true, compose, composed, composed true. Programmatically, right? Programmatically. If it's a declaratively, you don't need to use anything. It is automatic. Now, enough of theory. Now let's do it practically to understand these theories. Right? Let's do this. Right? First of all, right? Control. So many are there. I'm closing it. Control Shift P. Right? Authorize an org. Oh. Authorize an org. I'm waiting for the authorize org command to run. Come on, come on, come on. Authorization of org command is coming up. Let's wait. There we go. Finally, I'm getting it here. I'm waiting for the login.salesforce to come here. There we go. Let's go ahead. Rupam @ lt123.com. password CRM1234 hash. Let me log in. It's asking for a verification code. So let me go ahead and get to my Gmail. Click on verify your identity. Here we go. I copy it, I paste here, and I say verify. Perfect. My verification is done. Let me close my Gmail. Right. I see my verification is done. Now let me come back to my VS Code. The org verification should be received. There we go. Perfect. Now let me close everything. Control Shift P. Create a new Lightning Web component. LWC underscore today's date 1903 underscore example1 underscore LWC event. I'm creating LWC event and I'm going to create declaratively DCLA, right? LWC event DC I'll give declarative underscore, right? Child CHILD. This is a child one. I press enter. I create a Lightning Web component. There we go. By the way, let me minimize all the previous components from the past. Looks like that. Here we go. 1901. Right? What I'm going to do, Rupam, let me go ahead and configure an LWC right here. Okay. So I'm going to put two buttons. Let's do one thing. Let's take an example of a player, a video player. In the video player or any type of video player, you'll have an increase button, decrease button. Right? A player consists of multiple controls: increase contrast, decrease contrast, pause, start, stop, forward, fast forward, right, back, reverse. When you click reverse button, it goes 10 second, 10 second, reverse. It goes 10 second, 10 second, it goes in the front. I'm going to create a VLC player control, and that control I will use in the VLC player. Let's take an example, just a dummy example I'm taking. Okay, how to do that? We will create the buttons here. When you click on the button, the player will react. Player is another component. Button is another component. Child, you click the button, parent will react. That is what we learned in the event class in component event. Right now, the same thing I'm doing. Lightning, lightning card, lightning card. There we go. Title, title, title equals to, right? I will say volume control, volume controls. Title equals to volume control. Icon name, right? Icon name, right? Anybody can give me any icon name, right? Volume control. If you can go to your standard or utility, 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 colon, speaker, speaker, there is icon, right? Let me go ahead, right? Let me say L lightning, lightning component library. Let me go there, open the lightning component library, right? Oh, why I'm going to component library? It's lightning design system. Design system. Go to the design system. Go to the icons. I want the icons. Here we go. Speaker. Let's take this announcement rather than searching. I'm taking the announcement icon. Here we go. Utility colon announcement. Inside this, there are two buttons: increase the volume, decrease the volume. So I will say lightning button, right? Label equals to increase volume, INCREAS, increase, right? Increase. Next, icon name, utility, colon, right? What is the name of the icon? Increase, decrease. Do you see anything? Okay, I will say increase, this one, or I will say increase, up, increase the volume. I want this icon. You can replace the icon later, your wish, right? Icon. Whenever this click is done, icon, I will say on click. By the way, let me minimize this here. Yep, on click, on click, on click. I want a function to be called. What is that? Increase me, INC me. Function is INC me. Like this, there are two buttons. Let me copy this button, Control C. I create a space, I put it here, Control V. Two buttons are there. What is the second button? I will say decrease. Whenever, and it's not up, it is down. Let me find the icon for it. Up is here. Here it is. Decrease icon. I'm copying it. I change the icon to down. I will say decrease me, increase me, decrease me. Two buttons I've created, guys. Very simple, right? You want icon position, right? Decrease me, increase me. The icon position will be on the okay. We'll say icon position also. Icon position equals to, I will go ahead and I will say, right? No, here let it be like this. Okay, icon position equals to right, left. Here icon position equals to right. Two buttons will be created. Icon position, right, left and right. Okay, left side, right side. Okay, increase will be in the left, right. Two buttons I created. Perfect. Whenever you click this button, a function will be called. Control C. I go to my JavaScript ES module. Here we go. Increase me. Event. Two functions after it. Inc me and another is decrease me. What is the decrease me function? Here you go. DC me. Two functions. DC me. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and write this function. Step one. As soon as you click the button, immediately an event has to be created. STEP step one. Create event. Create event. Create event. Create event. How to create event? Step one, create event. Step two, dispatch event. Whenever you create event, you are calling a constructor. What is that constructor? Right? Custom event constructor has to be used. What is the constructor? You have to use a custom event constructor. Right? Custom event constructor. You have to use. Create event. So I will say, right? I will say CONST, constant. INC, increase, is equals to, what is that? New custom event. CUSTOM, custom event. You have to use a new custom event constructor. New custom event constructor. New custom event constructor. Remember that whenever you are using a new custom event constructor, no uppercase, no spaces, use only underscore. No uppercase. See that? You cannot have anything inside this in uppercase. So here we go, custom event. new custom event. Give the name of the event. Event name. EVT INC VOL. Name of the event is event increase volume. The name of the event is event increase volume. Done. This is how you create an event. Here, like a lightning aura, you don't create a separate event. Here, this is event creation is done. Once the event creation is done, step two. Step two. What is the step two? Step two is to dispatch the event. Step two, dispatch event. Dispatch event. How to dispatch the event? Whenever you want to dispatch an event, you need to call dispatch event method. That is nothing but this dot dispatch event. Here's the method. This dot dispatch event. Dispatch event what? Dispatch event INC. Oops, sorry. INC. Control C. Directly you can dispatch event. Dispatch event INC. Done. Dispatch event INC. Same thing I'll do in that step 2 also. Rupam, can I combine step 1 and step 2? Yes. See, now here, right? Step 1 plus step 2. Both I'm doing. Create event plus dispatch event. I can do separately also, I can mix them also. Here we go. This dot, this dot, this dot. What is that? Dispatch event. This dot dispatch event. Dispatch what? Where is the event? I will go ahead and I'll say new NEW, new custom event. Dispatch.new event equals to new custom event. I will go ahead and I will say EVT, right? DC VOL. Increase volume, dispatch volume. Over. Creation of event is done, dispatch of event is done. In the increase, I have did separately. Step 1, step 2. In the decrease, both step 1, step 2 combined together and put in one step. Both are same. I say Control S on the keyboard. Anybody has any question till here? Anybody has any question till here? Event. Anybody has any question till here?
I have a I have a doubt. This
Tell me.
dot we usually refer like a previous function, right? We use this for the previous function.
You can use it for a previous function. You can use it for a variable.
Okay. So here, like first create event is the it's a initialization. So
it's a constructor, right? So that's the reason I'm not using this. I have to declare that as a right variable or something, and that variable I'm using it in a method. Method is a function. Function is nothing but a function can be called with this dot. A variable can be called with this dot. If I declare a variable called as name, if I want to use this inside a method and function, in Apex we call this method, in the JavaScript we call them as a function. Both are same, only the naming is different. Whenever you want to refer a field inside a function, you have to use this dot. Similarly, whenever you want to call this method inside of this method, then you have to use this dot. Methods and functions are referred with this dot. Whereas that is the reason I was insisting. Dispatch event is a method. Custom event is a function. Custom event is a, right? What is a custom event? Right? Custom event is a constructor, right? A constructor. Constructor is a special method. It's a special method. You might have learned that. That I'm declaring inside a variable, and that variable I'm calling inside the dispatch event method. Nothing but a method is a function. Here you need not to say this dot inc. Need not to use. Anything which you declare inside a function, that you don't need to refer this. Whichever is outside the function, they only require this. Name is outside a function. You have to use this dot name. DC me is outside inc me. You want to call DC me here, then you have to say this dot. We'll see it. I'll do it. I'll call a function inside another function. We'll do it. I want to call this decrease inside increase. You can do that. Then you have to set this dot. Clear now?
Yeah,
Anybody
got
has
it.
any questions? Right? Perfect. Now, I created an event. By the way, I don't need this name variable. It was just for you to show. So save. Done. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one more component. Right? This is, by the way, child. Right? This is, by the way, child. Control Shift P, create a Lightning Web component. LWC underscore 1903 underscore example1 underscore LWC event underscore DEC declarative underscore parent. I'm creating a parent component. One new LWC component got created. Right? One is the child, another is the parent. Parent. I go to the parent template. I will say lightning card. Lightning card. Right? Lightning card. I will here title equals to VLC player. VLC player. Icon. Name. Do you have any icon? Yes, sir. Player. Something I will use. VLC player. Let me see. Let us use this icon. Desktop. Got it. Desktop. Control C. I come here. Utility. Desktop. It's a desktop icon. Inside this, I want, right, volume. VOLUME, volume. And there is a variable. VOL. Vol is a variable. After that, I will put one paragraph tag. Paragraph tag. And after that, I will call the increase and decrease button. Where is the increase and decrease button? It is in the child. Here is the child. Right click, rename, copy the name. Here you see decrease and increase button is there. This I'm calling inside a parent. Parent is VLC player with a volume with a variable. Now I want to button here. C dash component. This is how you call another component inside another component in LWC. There it's C colon, here C dash. Now in this, the button is there. In this, the button is there. The button is in this button. You will use on keyword. On is a keyword. On is a keyword. On is a keyword. On is a keyword. On what? On what? If you remember in the child, there are two events. Increase volume, event decrease volume. In front of the event, you will put on keyword. In front of the event, you'll put on keyword. On EVT, no space at all. On EVT, on EVT, EVT increase volume. What do you want to do? In the parent, I want to call a function. Call on the parent, I'll use a function. Call incvol. Call incvol with the on keyword, right? Equals to, right? On equals to incvol, right? By the way, we made a mistake. See that? It's invalid. Do you know why? Do you know why? I gave you a thumb rule. No uppercase. No uppercase. I gave you a thumb rule. But you violated the thumb rule. You violated the thumb rule. You have used IS capital here. I. V. See, at the time of declaration, it didn't give error. But at the time of usage, we got an error. You cannot have an uppercase, I told you. But in spite, I told you cannot uppercase, I have written an uppercase. Control S. That was the mistake. Now copy the lowercase one. Come here. Call in front of the on. On is a keyword followed by the event. See, error gone. On, error gone. Similarly, there is a one more. On, decrease volume. Event. What is the event name? Event decrease volume. Whenever the event decrease volume occurs, what I'm doing? On. What is that? Here it is. Control C, decrease volume. Come here. Control V, on, event decrease volume. Equals to call a function. What function you want to call? Call in the parent, this function has to call decvol. Over, guys. Right? Now you declare a variable called vol. I'm in the parent. I go to my parent controller. I'm in the parent. I'm going to my parent controller. I'm going to my parent controller. Here, I have a variable, declare it, equals to 0. As soon as the page load, the value of the volume is 0. Right? So it will load as 0. Then I have two functions. What are those two functions? One is call increase vol and another is call decrease vol. So call increase vol. It's a function. It's a function. There we go. Like this, and say event. EVENT, event inside it. There's a one more. Copy this. Copy here. And there it is decrease. There it's decrease. Over, guys. Whenever you click the button, this value vol has to be increased. Initially the value is 0. This volume has to be increased. So what I will do here, I will say, right, if what? This dot vol, any variable that you declare outside the function has to be referred inside as this. This dot vol, vol, vol. If this dot vol is greater than, right, is equals to greater than equals to 0, greater than equals to 0, then only vol equals to vol, this dot vol volume is equals to DHI, this dot vol plus 1, increase by 1. As you click the button, the event will be created, the event will be dispatched, right? And you click the button, it'll increase by 1, 1, 1. Till where? Till 100. And this dot vol is, right, less than equals to 100. That's it. Volume shouldn't cross 100 also. Same thing I'll do here. Right? What is this? Vol equals 0. Why? There we go. Same way decrease also. Control C. Here you're increasing, here decreasing. If this dot vol is right, is greater than 0 and this dot vol is less than 100, only between these two range, -1. Decrease the volume. I'm doing a simple example first so that you guys can understand. Control S on the keyboard. Right, there we go. Anybody has any questions before I go ahead and deploy this? In front of the event, I've used declarative. What is declarative? Whenever you use on keyword, it's declarative. There's an event. The event name is EVT INC vol, EVT DC vol. That was the event name. That event now I called using an on keyword. Using an on keyword. Using an on keyword I have called. Right? Now it is the time for me to deploy this. First, let me go ahead and deploy the child. Control Shift P, deploy this as a source org. I'm deploying it. Done. Now I'm come to the parent. This is the parent. Control Shift P, deploy the source org. Perfect. I copy the parent name. Right click, rename the parent name. Now I come to my login.salesforce.com, Rupam @LT124, 123.com, password CRM1234 hash. Let me log in. I click on setup. I click on setup. I click on developer console. My dummy app comes. I replace with the parent because inside the parent anyhow I'm calling child. So right, LWC event declarative anyhow. Say application. Show me the preview. There we go. Show me the preview. What happened? My preview is not coming up. Did you made any mistake? Did he save this all? 1 minute, let me see. No, I have not yet saved it. Control S. Come on. By the way, Java program, did I save it? Control S. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy to the source org. Now refresh. Refresh. There we go. VLC player, volume control, increase and decrease. As soon as you click increase, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the volume is increasing. Volume is a variable of a parent, whereas volume control is a child component. There are two components, parent component. Inside that, the volume control is a child component. You click the child component, the parent is reacting. See, decrease, 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 7, 9, 8, 0. Oh, it came to -1. That means I shouldn't say equal to 0, greater than 0. If I say equal to 0, then I can have -1. See, increase. Now the function is, because I said greater than 0. See, there's a bug in my program. I've not written the functions correctly. Right? Whenever you're decreasing, right, you can say greater than 0. Right? If it's greater than 0, that's it. You cannot. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy the source org. Right? These are minor fixes that you have to do, you have to think and you have to fix. But finally, you see that how my output is coming using an event in LWC, completely different from your increase, decrease. See, below 0 it's not going. Now it's fixed. 0, 0, 0. Decrease, 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 decrease. 0 is the last. How much I click, 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 nothing is happening. See, it will go up to 100 and it will stop. This is called as event, declarative event. I just passed the behavior 100. Oh, 101. There is a bug. I need to fix that. Not equal to, less than 101 I have to do. Small bugs. Not equal to, less than 101. Then only you can increase. See, small bugs we need to always see. Over. This is also fixed. Understood, guys? Yes or no? Everybody clear? In the child component, I have two buttons. These buttons, when you click, the parent is reacting. Volume is in the parent. Here I'm calling the child component. In the child, there are two buttons, actually two events. I'm calling those events with the on keyword. Rupam, why this volume is here? I want this volume also to be passed with a variable. I will say what? Variable name is LBL. LBL control S. In the parent, I will declare an LBL. LBL. As the form loads, it will say waiting for button to press on remote. This will be the label. Whether you press contrast increase, whether you press contrast decrease, whether you press brightness increase, brightness decrease, whether you press volume increase, volume decrease, system is waiting. Which button are you pressing? This message also I will pass it from the child. Whenever you press this two button belongs to, right? This two button belongs to what? Belongs to, let's say that volume. Then this two button belongs to volume. Volume button I have placed. Volume button I have placed. Now when I dispatch the event, I will pass a value also. Whenever you want to dispatch a value, comma, the keyword is called detail. Detail. The keyword is called detail. Detail. Keyword is called detail, but you have to use in a curly bracket like this. Detail. Detail. Colon. This dot. This dot. Why this dot? Directly I'll give the value here. Detail. What is that? Right? I will say volume. Volume. See, along with the event, I'm also passing a data. Along with the event, I'm also passing a data. Volume. This is a volume button. Whenever you click on it, system will understand that, oh, you have pressed the volume increase button. Then on the screen, it will say volume. And then you keep pressing the button, it will say increase, 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 decrease, decrease, decrease. Along with the event, I'm also passing data. Single data as of now. I'll pass multiple data later. Now I come to the parent. I come to the parent. In the parent, I have to read, right? I have to read the data. This dot label is equals to what? How to read the data? The data is event dot event dot details, event dot detail, event dot detail, detail, event dot detail. This is the command, event dot detail, detail. Perfect. Same thing. This dot label is equals to event dot detail. From the event, get the detail. In the event, what is the detail? Detail equals to volume. So it will go ahead and system will go ahead and get the detail, nothing but the label volume, and that will be passed to LVL. LVL is here, which is currently showing waiting for button to press. But as soon as you press this, immediately, right, the fixed label will change to dynamic. Now you see the output. I refresh. It will say 0 waiting for button to press. See, waiting for button to press on remote. You touch the volume button, increase. Oh, I didn't receive it. Here I should get that. Come on, we didn't receive it. This dot label equals to event dot event spelling is correct. event event. Yes, sir. Spelling looks to be correct, right? Then why didn't we get this? This dot LVL equals to event dot detail. Now let me first not pass it here. I will say CO, or I will put alert. Let's see whether the data is there in the alert or not. Alert. Alert what? Alert this. Let's see. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy the source. Let's see whether we are able to get the data along with the event or not. Perfect. Increase. Null. See, I'm not able to get the data. So that's the problem. So that means somewhere we broke the chain. Let's come to the child controller. Let's go ahead and see. Right. Hey, guys, just give me a minute here. Okay. Child not deployed. Yep. See, somebody said child not deployed. Correct. We didn't thought that. We made a change in the child, right? But we didn't, the detail that we made, the change, we didn't deploy it. Okay, so not. So we didn't deploy the child. That is the first thing. So Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. We didn't deploy the child. Now let us see. Refresh. Increase. Wow, I'm getting the volume. See, perfect. Now it will work. Go ahead. Come to the parent. We are in the child. Come to the parent. Here, this dot alert. I'm removing the alert now. See, this dot vol. This dot vol is equals to event dot details. Oh, sorry, this dot label. Why vol? This dot label equals to Control S on the keyboard, Control Shift P, deploy the source org. Deploy to the source org. As soon as the page load now, it will say waiting for button to press. As soon as you press the button, immediately volume 1. See, here system identifies you have pressed the volume button, because along with the button, I'm dispatching event plus data. Event plus data. Guys, able to understand? Don't worry, I'll do one more example. Everybody is able to understand what I'm doing, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right? Everybody is able to understand what I'm doing,
Yes, Rupam.
right? How to dispatch values. Now let us see this little bit more, right? One more example, Rupam, can you show so that it will be very clear for us? Why not? Let's close everything, right? One more example, let me show. Control Shift P, create a Lightning Web Component, LWC underscore, right? Today's date, 1903 underscore example2 underscore event, LWC event underscore, right? What is that? I will say enter and employee data, EMPLOY, employee data, create employee data underscore enter. Here is the component where I'll be entering employee data. I go to my Lightning, I go to my template, Lightning card, title equals to EMPLOY employee data. And this time I will take multiple data. I'll take multiple. Last time I took only single volume. Now I will take multiple data. Same example, but different. Employee data. Perfect. A card will be created. Inside that, Lightning input. Right? Lightning input. Lightning input. Lightning input. Right? What we are going to do? We are going to take multiple data. Lightning input. Right? I will say, there we go. Label equals to, label equals to EMPLOY employee name. Whenever you write something on change to capture the data, on change, a function is called. What is that? EMP name is a function. EMP name is a function. EMP, whatever it is, that's a function name, no? Now I copy. How many fields are there? There are 3 fields I want to capture. Employee phone, employee salary, EMP PH, EMP SAL. Now I want a button. What is a button? Lightning button. Lightning button. Label equals to submit. Variant equals to brand. On click equals to submit. Simple one. Everyone good with it? No issues at all. Now all these are functions. I go ahead to write a functions. Here, first function, EMP name, event. There are 4 functions like this. Event, 4 functions like this. First one, EMP name. Second one, phone. Third one, sal. Fourth one, submit. Now 3 data I'm accepting with a component. I need to have 3 variables. E name, first variable. E phone, second variable. E SL, third variable. Total how many variables are there? 3 variables I declared. I will say this dot, right? This dot what we'll do, we'll capture this dot enm is equals to components. Oh no, what is that? Event dot target dot value. I'm capturing the data that I entered in the component. That data I'm capturing and I'm passing to a variable called ename.
Target spelling wrong, Rupam.
Target spelling is wrong. TAR. Event dot target dot value. Similarly, I have to capture whatever the data you enter in phone. So even this dot ph equals to this. Next, I have to capture the same thing for salary. Whatever the data that you entered in the salary, esal, I'm capturing. Finally, subme. In the subme, I have to create event plus dispatch event. Event with parameters, with multiple parameters, with multiple parameters, with multiple parameters. Here we go. How should we do that? In a single step, this dot dispatch event is a method. I'm calling it. Inside this, I have to create a constructor, which is nothing but equals to new custom event. New custom event, a constructor. And inside this, I'll give the event name. Event name. What is the name of the event? It has to be small, no capital. Remember that. That is a thumb rule. No caps, no special characters, only underscore, no spaces. I will say EMPEVT. Event name is EMPEVT. Along with that, I want to pass data, comma, in a curly bracket. Detail, DTAL, detail is the keyword, colon. Now I have multiple data. Then again, you have to put a curly bracket. What is that? Declare any variable. For example, right, I will say enum. Enum. Enum is what? Enum equals to this dot enum, comma, second variable, ph equals to this dot EPH. What is EPH? Whatever the data that you entered, in this child component is been captured, stored in EPH. That I'm passing as a PH, where? In the event. Next, comma, third value, SL, semicolon. What is that? This dot ESL. Over guys. How to pass a multiple? Earlier single data I have passed. Inside the detail equals to this, in the whole curly I've just said volume. Now I'm passing multiple data. This is how you pass a multiple data in an event. This is how you pass a multiple data in an event. Anybody has any questions? Create event, dispatch event with multiple parameters. Earlier single parameter. Previous example. Here multiple parameter and dynamic. Earlier fixed. Static. Volume is a static keyword, but here dynamic. I'm not fixing anything. Good. Good. Now can I create the parent component? Good. Can I create the parent component? Yes or no, sir? You guys there? Kuku.
Yes, sir.
Is there no? Okay. Everybody silent, as if I'm feeling that I'm in a graveyard. I don't feel like I'm in a class. Either you guys are sleeping or you guys are busy with your own activities. Anyhow, he's writing something. Let him write.
Everyone is trying to understand.
So this is how you declare a multiple parameter. See, I'm doing a same event example, but with a different. Every example is different. Concept is same. This dot dispatch event, new custom event name is this. Perfect. Control S. Now I will create a parent component. Control Shift P. Create Lightning Web component. LWC underscore today's date 1903 underscore second example 2 underscore LWC event underscore employee display employee underscore display. Earlier employee underscore create, this is employee underscore display. So done. Right. Earlier employee data enter, here employee data display. Now I come to my this. Right. I want to display this data. Lightning card. Lightning card. Lightning card. Title equals to LWC, right? LWC event EMPLO employee data display. Employee data display. Employee data display. Right? When the data has to be displayed, right? Employee data display. You have to call the child component first. Where is the child component? Employee data enter. Right click on it, rename, copy. Here we go. C dash. I call the child first. On the child, there is a button called submit. On, when you click the submit button, an event is dispatched. What is the event name? The event name is EMP event. Whenever this, now I'm coming to the parent on this event is equals to, what do you want to call? I want to call show data. Show data. Then here is the card. Right. EMPLOY employee name equals to employee name. I want to display variable EMPNNM. It's a variable. Like this, there are 3. Employee. What is the second one we took? Employee phone. Okay. Right. Employee phone. Employee phone. PHONE employee phone. First one is employee name, no? So second one, employee phone. PPN phone. Employee salary. Employee SSL. These are the variables. After each one of them, I'll put a paragraph tag. B. Control S. Perfect. Whenever the button is clicked, immediately in the parent, this is the child component. The button submit is in the child. The data you are entering in the child. You hit the submit button, immediately the parent will display the data. Now copy these variables. Let me go to the parent ES module. You declare 3 variables. Let's go ahead and declare the 3 variables here. Number 1, first variable. Second, EMP Here we go. Second variable. Third variable that you declared. Salary variable. 3 variable. Whenever you click, a function has to be called show data. Show data. Show data is a function. Event. What is the work of this function? The work of this function is only to get the data. What is the work of this function? This function work is only to get the data, nothing else. I need to get only the data. Remember that. I need to get only the data. Now, whenever you want to get a data, here there are multiple data, so that's okay. Let's do it. This dot employee name is equals to how to get the data. How to get the data? We have to use, right? How to get the data? We have to use, right? Event dot details is the command. Event dot detail detail dot. In the detail, if you remember that, we said nm. Whatever is nm will pass to the name. So where is it? Will pass it to the name. Over. nm will go to the name. Next, I'll copy this 2 times. Here we go. Here we go. Here, phone. Sal. There, it is stored where? We were storing where? We were storing in ph. ph is the variable that we used. ph. Delete ph. Next, salary is stored where? It is stored in the SL. That is where it's stored. So I'll say this dot detail.sl. SL will be passed here. Over, guys, actually. Finish. Right? Finish. I say Control S. Nothing but whenever you press the button, getting the data from the event and passing it to a variable. That variable will display the data on the page. These are the variables displaying the data on the page. Let's go to the employee data, enter. Let us check whether I save everything. Yes. Deployed. Control Shift P. Deployed is the source org. And deploying the parent. Now I go ahead and I deploy the child. Control Shift P. Deploy the source org. I deployed the child. Sorry, child I declared. Now I'm deploying the parent. Parent got deployed. I'll copy the parent, which is nothing but display. Rename. Control C. Come here. Put it here in your dummy app and click on update preview. Here we go. You enter in the child, but the data will be displayed in the parent. The button is in the child. You click the child button, parent will react. Employee name, Rupam. Rupam Chakravarti. Phone number, 66666. Salary, 75, right? 1,000 or 7,50,000, whatever it is. Click submit. See, the data is displayed in the parent. The data is displayed in the parent. Employee data display is a separate component itself. You enter the data in the child, you click the button submit. If the parent, reaction is seen. Declaratively. declaratively. Everybody is able to understand what's happening here? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. Others, event.
Yes, sir.
You fill the form in one component, the other component reacts. You fill in the child, parent is reacting. Child is for entering data, parent is for displaying the data. So you enter the data, you hit the save button or you hit the submit button, immediately the data is displayed on the parent. Clear, everyone? Do you want me to proceed further or you want to stop here today? Do you want me to go to the event programmatically? Because there are two types of event. We are in event declaratively.
Correct. Forgot.
Do you want me to proceed or you want me to stop?
Yeah, proceed.
Proceed? Others all
Yes.
okay? Then I'll proceed. Okay, so I'll take your silent sats proceed. Perfect. This is called event declarative. Event declarative. Event declarative. Now I'm going to show you event programmatical. Event programmatical. What is the difference between event declarative and event programmatical? Right? The difference is that, right, in event programmatical, right, we can go ahead and we have to declare, right, a listener. We cannot use an on keyword. On keyword cannot be used. On keyword cannot be used. The way earlier we were using on keyword. Now, whenever I say it is, right, programmatically done, then in that case, I cannot use on keyword. Can you show an example, Rupam? Okay, now let's do event programmatically. I'm closing everything. These are all declaratively. Now I will create event programmatically. Same thing I will do. Earlier it was volume increase button. Now I will do contrast increase. But this time I will do it programmatically, not with declaratively, so that you can correlate your increase volume program. You can correlate with your increase volume program. Increase volume, right? By the way, 1902 we started our first LWC. Today we are 1903, 1 month exact. 1 month exact over. First lightning component I see 1902. And today we are 1903. Perfect. Right? So let's go ahead. Control Shift P. Create a lightning web component. LWC underscore, right? Today's date, right? 1903 underscore example 3 underscore LWC event underscore PROG programmatically underscore child VLC player VLC child VLC. I'm creating a child now. Same thing I will do. Apple to apple. There it was volume increase. Here I will say contrast increase. There it is declaratively. Here it is programmatically. Right? Lightning card. What happened? Lightning spelling is wrong. LIGHTNING lightning. CRD card. Lightning card. Title equals to VLC player CONSTR, construct, what is that? Contrast, CONTRAST, contrast control, brightness control, anything. Here I have left two buttons, lightning button, label equals to increase, icon, utility, colon. Have a quick look in the icon. Icon. Anywhere there's a brightness, lowness, or something like that. Two icons with one with. Let's see. Let's check it out. I'm not able to find. Okay, we'll take this topic for brightness increase. We'll see later what we can put. There we go. On click equals to a function. Say INC-CON, increase contrast. Like this, there are two buttons. I will say decrease, right? I will say DC con, decrease con, increase con, right? Icon. One is this, another is, let me find some similar icon. Oh, volume increase was there. So decrease. Let me see. Spinner. Finally, I'll take this if I don't find anything. Okay. I don't find anything, so I'm taking that only as of now. Topic and spinner. I position, location, all use do it. Right, left, right? Perfect. Two buttons. Now there is a function. Increase. There is a event. There's a one more. Decrease. What is that? DC con. Now, here we have to create event, we have to dispatch event. Create event, dispatch event. Right? How to create event? Event creation is same, right? But little different. So here we go. Let me go ahead. Create event plus dispatch event plus data, along with that send data, plus propagation. Whenever you are doing programmatically, you have to add propagation. This was not there. First time you are able to see a propagation. So how to do that? This dot dispatch event. This dot dispatch event. In the dispatch event, you will say new custom events. You have to call a custom event. New custom event. In the custom event, you'll give the event name. You'll give the event name. What is the event name? Event name is send. No. Event name is CONST, constant increase. EVT, constant increase. No caps. Oh. EVT, contrast. CONST increase. Contrast increase. With this, I have to send a data. So detail, colon. I want to send a fixed data. CONTRAST, contrast. The way I sent volume. This is what we did in the programmatic, in the declaratively. But in the programmatically, along with that, you have to also add two more fields called bubble, BUBB, detail, right? Then you have to add bubble. Why it's not coming up? Bubble. No, don't write inside this. Why I'm writing inside this? Come on. Comma. Bubble. Now it will come. Bubble equals to true. No equals to. It's a JSON, so true. Next, comma. Composed. Composed equals to true. See, this is the difference between a programmatical event. In the programmatical event, you have to bubble it. Propagation has to be manually done. But in declarative event, right, propagation was not done. I didn't set bubbles. Bubbling, you know, bubbling, low to up. If you don't write this, the event will not go. This is how you declare an event programmatically. You have to add this propagation. This is extra. Star, star. This is extra. Even declarative there. Even declarative there. Propagation was not there. You create event, dispatch event, data. You can send the data. We did that. Employee name, phone, fax, multiple data also. Here you can go ahead and you can give multiple data in the details in a curly bracket. Suppose you want to have a multiple data, Rupam. Then in that case, in the curly bracket, key value, key value, key value, multiple data can be given. Key NM, colon, salary, comma, SL, key NM, right, colon, name, comma, SN, SL, colon, salary. You can give. Whenever you don't want to give multiple data, then you can give directly. Contrast. Along with that, you have to write. Along with that, you have to write is that bubbles true, compose true. Same thing I'll do for the second one also. I will say event increase, decrease. Remaining everything is same. Two events, two buttons, two events will be created, will be dispatched. Here programmatically. That is the reason bubble true, compose true. Everybody clear? Everybody clear? How to create an event, right? How to create an event programmatically. Now you have to receive the event. Receive the event is also, you cannot use the on keyword. On is declaratively. Programmatically, you have to add event listener. For that, there is another concept that you have to go through called hooks, which we'll see tomorrow. Today, we will just have seen how to create. This example will continue tomorrow. Remember that, right? Contrast button in a player. You hit the contrast button, it'll increase. It'll increase. Clear, everyone? Right? We'll see tomorrow. This is how you create. This is how you go ahead and you create, right, the fields. This is how you go ahead and you create, right, an event. We have seen declarative. Today we have seen how to create programmatically, but we are not seeing how to handle it programmatically. Tomorrow morning class, we will continue the same example where we will handle it programmatically, right? If required, I'll create again same thing so that you'll understand and we'll create from there, right? First difference. Now you tell me, how will you know, right, which one to create? Okay, first of all, how will you know which one is programmatical, which one is declarative? In declarative, you'll use on keyword. In programmatical, we'll not use on keyword. We will use there, right? We will use
Bubbles and composed.
correct. First bubbles and composed, and then we'll add listener. Event listener will be used. Whenever you see event listener, bubbles and composed, you have to understand that it is a programmatically. Then when to use programmatical, when to use declarative. right? Question raises, right? Mostly we use declarative. Programmatically, right, are used whenever, right, you want your data to be more precisely and sent. Most precisely and sent. Tomorrow you'll understand what is that word precisely and sent. I want to write further programming controlling my data. Then we use programmatical. No, Rupam, whatever the data is passed, I don't want to go ahead and do much on the data. I want to just consume the data directly. Then declarative. Right? Then declarative. Mostly in real time we use declarative. We don't use programmatical. All these things you'll see tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow your class is at 8:30 a.m. Right? So that's it for today. We'll stop here. Please review the video, see the video. Tomorrow I'll give you a homework on both. Yes.
8:30 or 9:30 tomorrow's class?
Tomorrow's class, sorry, 9:30, my mistake. Correct. Sunday, no? Sunday,
Yeah.
9:30. Sunday, 9:30. As usual, regular time. Okay. So thank you guys.
Please upload this
Yes.
video. Yeah, please upload this video, okay?
Contact
Okay,
Capital Info. Contact Capital Info. All the videos are now by the Capital Info. Tell them to upload the video.
Okay.
They will upload it
video.
immediately.
This video.
Whatever it is, whichever video it is. This video, that video, video, our video, even agani Capital Info. Right? I'm not uploading any videos. All handled by Capital Info.
Okay.
Right? So please contact admin.
Okay, thank you.
Not now. It will take at least 1-2 hours for conversion. So after 2 hours, tell them that please upload the video. They might not know. Tell them, sir told the video name is event. LWC event. LWC event declarative.
Okay.
Otherwise, tell them to put with the number only. Name will be updated later so that at least you get the video. Right?
Okay.
So that's it. Please contact Capital Info. Right? Thank you guys. Have a nice and wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye. Tomorrow, regular time. So till then, have a nice day. Bye.